Hi, everybody. This is Heather Coleman, your intuitive medium and spiritual guide, with our Choose a Card Reveal video for the week of May 1st through 6th, Monday through Sunday. We had a total of 4 cards this week, so if you haven't already made a choice, let a number come into your head now of 1, 2, 3, or 4. So the first card, which is from the Angel Tarot deck, by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. We've got the Four of Earth or Pentacles. Now, the suit of Earth deals with our practical and our financial and earthly matters. Now, the Four is usually connected with a feeling of extremes, either feeling like we really need to hold on to all of our money and shouldn't be spending any extra, or a feeling of almost like I might as well just spend because there's no point in really restricting what I spend, one or the other. For this week, this is really connected with you very likely having that feeling of, I just have to be so tight with my budget, I really have no extra money for little pleasures or little joys, little luxuries. I just really don't have that. I've got to be so tight that I really can't spend any extra. If that's you, there are 2 different messages, and you'll know which one of these is for you. Message number 1 is, it is temporary. For whatever reason that you are tight and not spending any extra right now, it's not going to last forever. It's either something that you've committed to so that you have chosen not to spend. Maybe you're saving up for something, or you know you're going to need to spend money. And you know why. Just remind yourself of the big payoff and why you're not spending any extra. Or it could also be that something has occurred that was unexpected. Maybe you've had to spend a bigger expense than expected, a repair of some kind, something like that. And you're going to recover from it, and it's frustrating, but it's not going to last forever. So that is the message if you've chosen card number 1 and you're in this feeling of, oh my gosh, I just can't spend any extra, and like no takeout or little thing, maybe $20 for getting my nails done this year or something like that. It's temporary for whatever reason it occurred. It's temporary and it's not going to last forever. And just keep the messages, once you get past that, just keep being disciplined with your money, saving a little bit and spending a little bit. Just keep doing both. Once you get through this time of, oh my gosh, I can't spend any little extra, little pleasures. So that is your message if you've chosen card number 1. If you've chosen card number 2, also from the Angel Tarot deck, we have the Ten of Earth, which is also from the suit of practical matters, dealing with our earthly, which there's a little bit more to this one. This is also connected with your financial status, your income, and your ability to have enough money. This card is connected specifically with a feeling of, not only do I have plenty, but my whole family, my whole network has plenty. None of us have to want or worry about a thing. Now, the message, if you've chosen the Ten of Earth, is that a lot of us nowadays, let me get here what I'm getting here. A lot of us nowadays can't maybe help, I'm getting the word help, our family in the same ways that we used to 50 or 100 years ago. In other words, because of the way society has changed and the need for almost everyone to work, there are single income households, but not only there are less of them overall, but it's often not for the whole span of the family, like say a married couple. It's often that maybe one parent, and it's not always the wife, it could be the husband, stays home for 5 years or 7 years and then works. And a lot of stay-at-home parents, such as myself at the moment, are still working. So if you've chosen card number 2, you likely are someone who wants this feeling of abundance, and you're not an excessive spender. In other words, when you have extra money, you'll do a little indulgence, but you won't just keep indulging. And you want to be able to have extra to help loved ones. Could be your kids. You could very well be feeling like, I'm not putting enough aside for their college fund one day. I mean, we live in a day and age where we're led to believe we need at least a 4-year, if not a 2-year degree to be successful. Colleges, like a lot of them, more than $50,000 a year. It's insane. That was just my own opinion. It's insane. So, this could very well be that you're feeling this, I need to have enough for me and enough for my loved ones, and I just can't do enough of that. Know that you're not alone in that if you're feeling that way, and that the universe is going to support you in giving your loved ones what they really need financially. You may have an idea of how much you need to be putting aside for them or giving them now, but again, in actuality, that may not be what you're envisioning. It might be a bit less, but just trust that the universe and your spirit guides and your loved one's spirit guides are helping you to actually have available to them what they really need. And again, it might be a bit less than what you think you really need to give them. And just be very loving with yourself. And again, keep in mind that we don't live in the same society we did 50 to 100 years ago. So, and I'm just laughing because the last year I kept getting that card until I finally kind of just got that belief system into me of, you know what, life is just different nowadays. And things work differently. So now, card number 3, which is from the Magical Unicorns deck once again. Now, you may have felt drawn to one of those first cards, and you may also feel drawn to this card. That's okay. You can always listen to all the messages, even if one card primarily stood out, but the others may very well have meaning for you. We've got this card titled Curiosity, and sometimes this will happen where I don't get everything right away. I look at the card and get curious. What does Spirit have for us? That energy of, You know, we've got this adorable little kitty cat sniffing at that unicorn's horn like, what do we have here? If you've got kids, get out into nature with them and get curious about things. Play. And, you know, it's okay if you don't like to play all the same things they play. There are times that I say to the kids, I'm tired, I don't want to play hide and seek. What I do is I either try to play hide and seek with them the next day because they like it, or even better yet, try to find things I like to do playing. I love dancing. I dance with my kids a lot, and they like it too. So the reason this is coming through about both play and curiosity, find something that is fun and playful that you would do with or without your kids. I've been fortunate that I've been able to find that with my kids. Hiking, getting out into nature, and they do. And it's getting them fit too. I'm getting my kids accustomed at least once a week to walking 2 to 3 miles so that they're used to that kind of distance. And what it's also doing is that we'll come home from our hikes and my son will ask the most amazing questions such as, how does rust develop on a bridge? How does it happen? It just sparks that curiosity. And so that's why the first message that came through was about playing with your kids, because it opens those channels of curiosity. You need to leave the kitchen, Nadia, because Mom's making a video. Thank you. Out of the kitchen right now. And both of you getting curious will just help you get into a place of open communication and joy. And you will be able to open up greater love. Believe it or not, this can open up income for you. Sometimes we forget that by playing and getting curious with our kids, it directly impacts our ability to make money. We want to provide for our kids. And that's why, again, I've got this energy of, if you were drawn to one of those pentacles or earth cards, this might be for you. So just remember that by letting go of all that, of the work stress and the adult stress and connecting with your kids, you're going to open up manifestation to where you're going to be able to earn more to benefit you and your kids.
Feel like I have something
and then
from Spirit.
Come on and bring it right in if you've got something from Spirit.
What is this about?
We've got curiosity and the need for parents to play with their kids and get curious about things and ask questions. And
yeah.
What do you have?
Like the cat's curious about the unicorn.
Yes, it is.
Because we sometimes just want to play all the time, but
absolutely.
But Mom can't play all the time. She needs to do.
Yeah. Anything else? Okay, thank you.
Plus, I need a little ketchup too.
Okay, and this is common, by the way. If you feel this way, if you ever feel the way I felt just now, just torn between your kids and work, join the club, and that's on the rise. And that's where, again, I want to go back quickly to the 10 of Earth or Pentacles. There was a time when work was work and family was family, play was play. It's mixed up. I work as an intuitive medium, and a lot of my clients have become good friends, and I feel really good about that. My kids are involved in my business, and we've always had family businesses, but, and I think that's coming through too. Yep. If you, again, any of the previous cards, if you're feeling like you just feel torn, it's okay if there's a bit of an overlap at times between your work and your home life with your kids. Now, the final card from the Chair of Angel deck by Doreen Virtue is upside down, which is interesting. Imagine yourself happy. So this is pretty big. If you feel very overwhelmed at times with the responsibilities of family life and work, if there are times you just feel like you're carrying so much and you just can't even imagine getting through another day, and you probably are if you've chosen card number 4. It's probably hard to remember what it's like to feel happy, and you actually are. You actually are. This came up for me. I was sitting down with my counselor, and life has been really a lot. For the last 2 years, my life has been a lot more difficult than it ever was. Just a lot more on my shoulders, a lot more stressful. And I said to my counselor, it just feels like it should get a bit easier. She said to me, but are you happier now than you were those 2 years ago? I said, yes. So that is the message. If you are just like, you can't even imagine being happy at times, and remember, this is not all day, okay? There are times, if you've chosen card number 4, that you just, oh my God, I'm not happy. The reality is that you are happy. You are. We know happiness by knowing the exact opposite, and because it's not every day if you've chosen this card. You're waking up in the morning like, oh my God, I can't possibly do another day of this. And I do sometimes. But if you really stop and stand back, maybe it's happened the last 3 days, but what about the 3 weeks before that? You are waking up pretty excited about things, and you are. And like the next week, you're going to wake up excited again. So the reality is that if you at times are like, I can't even imagine what happiness feels like, it's because you are happy. And you are headed for happier than you've ever been, okay? We are dual energy beings. We are light and we are dark. You got to have the dark to brighten up the light. Ride it through and have faith. No one is happy all the time. And when you are miserable, this is what we are being guided to do. Take a minute and say, I am so effing miserable, and the effing came through. I didn't even say the full word. I am so effing miserable. Holy crap. Let yourself do that for 30 seconds to 5 minutes. And then, remember, just imagine happy. You don't have to be, just imagine it. You're going to be happy. You are happy. In that moment, you're not supposed to be. Happiness is not all the time. That's not what planet Earth is about. And again, if you look at the rest of these cards, we had 2 cards from the suit of Earth or practical. We live on Earth, and I hate to say this, but Earth is probably the worst hell in this whole universe. Hey, I'm just the messenger, but it is. This planet at times is hell, so it's okay to be blatantly miserable. Doesn't mean you're a miserable person if you're miserable at certain times. You are happy, you are the light, and you are spreading light to all of us. You are a light worker. So am I. So are my 2 beautiful children that drive me ape, S-H-I-T, and I was guided to say that. I love all of you so much. And it is also, last message, is okay if you have to spell out your swear words sometimes with your kids. That is okay. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. My daughter Nadia was like, Mom, tell everyone this is green for the heart chakra. It is green for the heart chakra. So thank you for being here for this week's reveal video. Hi, Rafi. This is my son, Rafi. Very intuitive. Woke me up at 5 a.m. thinking his guardian angel was a ghost. Monday morning at 9 o'clock, another live stream. Join us. Join us. It's getting more and more awesome all the time. PM me your email address if you need to get on the email newsletter and you're not already. StrengthOnTheRun.com if you want to check out. Thank you, Ashraf. And if your kids drive you nuts, definitely reach out to me. And we love them and they drive us crazy. So check out the website, StrengthOnTheRun.com. Different levels of readings. We've got $5 email readings up to $80 1-hour readings. Don't be a stranger. I love you. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of this. Have a fantastic week.